Hey, good morning, guys. It's quiet out here today. I'm headed back. I'm wanting to walk back to where we was cutting wood at the other day and see how it looks. It's going to be a beautiful day. I was listening to a part of a video the other day, and it was supposed to be these people that was all about God, and I was just listening to them and see how they approached God and His creation, and I was just seeing what they was about. And when the idea of God is sovereign in all things, and that we in humanity, we don't have a free will, and that all is of God, they get excited. They get to talking loud and fast. And I don't remember what brought it up, but whenever I mentioned, or they was talking about baptism, and when I put on the screen the verse we've got in Paul's writings of Paul saying that he wasn't commissioned to baptize, lest the cross of Christ be nullified. They called me a big head and pretty much shut down the live chat. They don't like confrontation as far as exposing the falsity of their teachings. So, I don't go out there to antagonize people. I was just curious what their mindset was, and it didn't take long for me to find it. It didn't take long. And I thought how sad it is that these people don't rely on the living God. They rely on their own self-interest and their own beliefs. I'm looking down here at these tracks, right down here. See all kinds of deer tracks here. See them? Looking for any other tracks other than deer, but that looks like it's all deer tracks. And this tree limb broke off from somewhere. Oh, I see. Way up high it broke off. So there's some wood in there we can cut up and burn this winter. That'll be nice. Wonder what we'll surprise coming up through here. We've seen a lot of mama deer and their babies out here. I would like to walk up on one and be able to see it, show y'all what's back here. But not today. Yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna go back here and see what we got. Oh, it's pretty back here. It's quiet. We got the little crickets and stuff singing, carrying on. But overall, it's pretty quiet. That's our game camera we got set up to see what comes down the pathway here. They'll see me coming through it for sure. That's one camera we've seen a lot of deer, baby, little ones on there, so we know there's a lot back here. A lot of raccoon. Big raccoon. Them rascals are pretty good size that we run across. But back in behind that is another pond up on that hill. We used to have a camera sitting up there, and that's where they all go to water. A lot of them go up there. There's a bunch up there. So we got quite a bit out here to enjoy. It's so nice back here. I've been blessed. Marcia and I have been blessed with what God has given us. And look at this little trail right here. Don't know if you can see it in here or not. But it's been used quite a bit. Goes back up through the timber. And it continues out this way. Goes up there and over the hill. I'd like to set a camera here and see what that is. That'd be pretty nice. Anyway, I was just thinking about those people that don't believe that God is sovereign in everything, that God is all in all. Everything in everything. You know, how awesome is it to understand that? Oh, look at here. I just spotted over here. I hope this shows up. I can't see the lens of my camera. But there's a little spider right there. One of them grass spiders. It's pretty neat. Let me set my tripod up right here. I got a few references to go through while I'm back here. Let me set this up. There, that didn't take long. I've got Titus 3 verse 11 here today. And I'll read this and kind of show you where I'm at. Circle around me, I'll see what we got. But here's the references to Titus 3:11, and this is what it says. Being aware that such a one has turned himself out and is sinning, being self-condemned. This charge I am committing to you, child Timothy, according to the preceding prophecies over you, that in them you may be warring the ideal warfare, having faith and a good conscience, which some, thrusting away, have made shipwreck as to the faith, of whom are Hymenaeus and Alexander, whom I give up to Satan, that they may be trained not to calumniate. Of these things be reminding them, conjuring them in the Lord's sight, not to engage in controversy, for nothing useful to the uplifting of those who are hearing. For many are insubordinate, vain praters and impostors, especially those of the circumcision, who must be gagged, who are subverting whole households, teaching what they must not, on behalf of sordid gain. Now we are aware that whatever the law is saying, it is speaking to those under the law, that every mouth may be barred, and the entire world may become subject to the just verdict of God. Because by works of law, no flesh at all shall be justified in his sight. For through law is the recognition of sin. That's the references found to Titus 3, verse 11. Let me put that up. I won't add anything to that one. So, it's going to be an awesome day. I'm excited to see what God has for us today. My energy is not up to snuff for some reason. I'm kind of these last 3 days I've been kind of run down. But that's all going to pull together. I'm excited for what's going to happen. God's got something going for me. He got something planned. And we all have that. God has a plan for each one of us, a purpose for each one of us. He operates in us to will as well as to work for the sake of His delight. So we don't want to ever forget that. You know, it's all of God. So, anyway, it's going to be an awesome day. I think it's time we go see what God's got for us. Y'all ready? I know I am. Grace and peace to you all. I love you and I appreciate you watching. And thank you for being a wonderful part of our morning family. I'll see y'all tomorrow. See you then.